Good. Let me share my screen, and here we are on the file. Good. So if you guys can recall it, no, we had last time around shaped up the entire risk and return profile of option buyer and option seller. What's the psychology of the option buyer and what's the psychology of the option seller? That's what we have understood, right? So after that, let's come to the expiry, because that also I had started last time around, but people had the confusion over there. So see, this derivatives option is a type of a derivative, right? Are there for the indices too, and are there for the individual stocks as well. So you can trade in the derivatives of Nifty. That is a one. I'm writing it by hand. Good. It's fine. No worries. It's happening with the hand. And then it's Bank Nifty. These are the two indexes for which right now we have the futures and options available. So that means you can trade in the Nifty on a future date right now in the present. But as I've already stated right in the first lecture, that the risk in the futures is always going to be unlimited. That's why the option took place. The primary reason behind the invention of the option was that there was too much of risk in the futures. Now, what's basically the future? It's nothing but you are agreeing to pay certain price at the future date, and that price is decided right now. That is called a strike price, as simple as that. So whatever the price at that time would be, the profit and loss would be adjusted. So right now in the present, you are deciding that, sir, we will be selling this particular commodity or good at 20,000. So price has been decided right now. That's the future. But over there, the risk is unlimited. That's why the option came into the picture. Why the risk is unlimited? Because see, price can fluctuate at any point. I mean, in any way, right? In any direction. It can go up crazily. It can go down crazily. Now we have seen the risk and return profile of the option buyers as well as the option sellers. Now let's go to the expiry. So when it comes to these two indexes, no, right now for these two as well, we have the options as well as the futures available. Now they have primarily the three contracts for 3 months. So right now I am there into the February. So last Thursday of the February is already over because yesterday was the last Thursday, right? So if I go over there right now and check it, then right now I would have 3 future contracts available. But for Bank Nifty and Nifty, they have come up with the weekly contracts as well. So in this 3 months, whatever the number of wicks will be falling, so for all this number of wicks, I would have the contracts. So if there would be a 4 wicks in a month, then at a time you would be able to see right now 12 contracts. So 3 multiplied by 4, you would have 12 right now. If there would be a 4 weeks, and the expiry is going to be the Thursday only. So at the end of the Thursday in every week, the one particular series of option will get expire. This is for options. Is it clear now? So this is the weekly options, pretty much famous nowadays. People are trading a lot in the options. And it's like, I always give this example to the people who have been learning the options and futures. That once you get the taste of options, everything else would be looking very tasteless, because the kind of a profits and the kind of a volatility you see in the options, no, that's beyond the imagination. So once you get the taste of it, everything else would look tasteless. In a Sasangir where we stay, that's my native place. Or there we stay that if the lion will get the taste of the human meat, then you will have to put that lion in a rehabilitation center, because now it will not be liking anything. So that's how it is. Once you start understanding the options and start trading in it, then people will not go into any other options for investments. So for options, you have the 12 right now. Let's see that how I'm going over there in a website so that you'll be able to understand in a better way. So say I'm there right now I'm just typing here Nifty option chain. So I'm writing the Nifty option chain. So it will go over there in the NSE India website, where you can see I have the various expiry dates of options available, So I'm there right now on the 4th of March. You can see there are so many other options available as well. They have given you this many dates, but I tell you this 23, these are bullshit. They had no such dates are available as of now. I don't know why they have put this 23, but you may check it. It's the weekly dates given to you. See, 4th of March, then it's 10th of March, which is going to be the next to next Thursday. 4th of March will be the next Thursday. Then 18th of March, then 25th, then 1st of April. These are going to be the Thursday. You may check it in your calendar. Right? So this many option contracts are available to you right now for Nifty as well as the Bank Nifty. I am there in the Nifty. You may check the option of Bank Nifty as well. Now you people are aware that what is the Nifty and what is the Bank Nifty, right? If not, let me just give you the idea about that too. See, Nifty is made out of the 50 stocks based on their market capitalization. So sir, what's the market capitalization? Let me just give the example for that. Say market capitalization is the multiplication of market price by the number of shares. So if one company has a market price of 1000 rupees and right now has the shares of say 1000 shares in the market, then that the market capitalization would be 6 zeros would come place, right? So 6 zeros matlab ke there would be 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is going to be the market capitalization of that company. So all the 50 companies which are the biggest companies in terms of market capitalization, all those 50 companies will be forming a part of the Nifty. So that's the index we have prepared, right? Now in that too, everyone would be contributing differently, because you cannot give the same weight to everyone, right? Because Reliance cannot be compared with the Yes Bank. HDFC Bank cannot be compared with HDFC AMC. All of them are having the different weights. So what will be taken as the weight to calculate the Nifty? Sir, the weight will be taken in terms of their market capitalization. So those companies which are having the big market capitalization will be affecting the Nifty a lot. And those companies which are having the small market capitalizations in this 50 will not be affecting Nifty a lot. So this is how the Nifty 50. And similarly, they have prepared one index of the bank as well, where the selected categories of banks have formed a Bank Nifty. Private as well as the public sector banks. So these are the two. And for these two indexes, we have this options available on the basis of week. So for next 3 months, you have weekly expiry options. Now, once that is clear to you, then we can move ahead. After that, if you go to the individual stocks, then around 150 to 200 stocks are there. I am taking the approximate number. I'm not exactly aware about the total number of stocks. Now for this, the derivatives are available. Generally, the derivative trading is taking place only in the NSE, National Stock Exchange. In BSE, the derivative trading hardly takes place. Very few derivatives might be there who might have been listed in a which might have been listed in BSE. Otherwise, everything takes place in a NSE only. Now, around 150 to 200 stocks are there, and for these stocks, you have the monthly options. For this, you do not have the weekly options. Right now, I'm talking about the right now, monthly options are available to you. So you have 3 contracts available currently. And each of this option will expire on the last Thursday of that particular month. So if you go there right now in the Reliance, let me go to the Reliance. I'm going over there in my portal only, my angel broking portal, where I have the demat account, so that you will be able to get the practical exposure a bit over there, right? Let me just go over there. Let me just type any share. See, I am there right now in the ICICI Bank. See, so in ICICI Bank, I'll go to the option chain. Then my mouse cursor is over there. I'm just expanding the screen of it so that you'll be able to get it in better way. These are the various options available for the ICICI Bank. And you click on the expiry date. Right now, see, the 3 expiry dates are available to you. Check it. One is 25th of March. Then there is 29th of April and 27th of May. So at a time, you have 3 options available for the stocks, individual stocks. So who are the part of this 150 and 200 list which has been prepared by the Nifty? Yes, they have set certain criteria and parameters. Only those stocks which are satisfying those criteria and parameters will be forming a part of this derivative segment. Not every stock are having the derivatives right now. That's not possible as well, no? Because every stock, if they would be having the derivatives, then it can be manipulated. There has to be the good amount of trading as well. People must be interested much in those derivatives. There has to be the good amount of the trading which is taking place for the underlying securities. Otherwise, there is no meaning of putting the derivative of that stock if no one is trading only, right? So that's why they have set certain criterias, and all those criterias needs to be satisfied first so that the stock gets entry in this derivative segment. So if I go right now there in the ICICI Bank, I have the 3 options available. See, over there I have the buy and sell option available as well. Now by looking at the screen, you might get confused, but it's not that much complicated to understand. I'll give you the idea of this entire option, in a 5 minutes to come. So that's going to be the next topic, moneyness of option. Moneyness. So have you heard about the moneyness anywhere? May I have the idea about this, please? Jinkal, Jogeshwari, anywhere?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So you're coming across with the moneyness of option for the very first time, right? No worries. That's perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Say, just check it that what is the current price of the ICICI Bank right now? Concentrate here. No? That's 597, right? Today it's 5% down. And that was expected as well. Bank Nifty was about to fall. So 5% is quite a huge amount actually. So right now the price is 597. Now that is considered as the spot price. See, spot is written over there next to it. So that's the current price of the ICICI Bank. Now here you have the strike price available for the various options. See, check it out. You have the strike price available for 550, 560, 570, 580. So basically in the denomination of 10, you have the various strike price available. So this is going to be the future price for which you want to buy the option. So let me just give you the idea about, say, 590. Understand this 590. I'm there on the 590 right now. I have checked the strike price of 590. So if someone buys the option of 590 strike price, then basically what happens is that right now the stock price is how much? 598. It's been 597. It's been continuously moving. See, you may check it. And you get the right to buy at 590. So that means you are already there in the profit, right? Too much of profit. Because very, very simple meaning, you are buying the right to buy at 590. Current market price is 597, 598. You are quite sure about your profit right now. So the premium of this share, this option will be higher. You may check it that the premium is 34.8. Say if you go 580, that means you are taking the right to buy this option at what price? 580. I'm there at the 580. So what's the meaning of 580? That means you will be able to purchase it at 580, and right now the price is 597 only. It simply means that you will be buying at 580, you will be selling right now at 598, you are in the short profit. And if you are there in the short profit, then the option price will be quite huge. So these are called as the in the money options when it comes to the call. So let me take the call option example first of all. I'm giving you the various scenarios and situations so that you will be able to understand in a better way. So I'm taking the call option. So basically it means right to buy. Right? Now I'm taking the strike price here. And say the current market price is at 598, which is the current we have taken for the ICICI. Now let me just draw the various strike price. Say one is the strike price of 550. Then there is a strike price of 560, 570, and so on. Then there is 580, 590. Then you would get, the 600. Then you would get 610. Then you would get 620. Try to understand this. Now, what is the current market price, sir? Sir, that is 598. So I'm just bifurcating that which option is in the money option, which one is out of money option for the call. Now, say if you are buying the call option of 550, that means you will be buying at 550 and you will be able to sell it at 598 right now in the market. So this is in the money option because you will be able to make the money in the money. If the price stays at 598 only at the expiry, when the expiry of this option will take place, no? Say that will take place on 25th of March. If the price stays at 598 and you have bought the option of 550, at what price, that is going to be a different matter. We'll see what premium you'll have to pay to buy this 550. But very simple example that at the end of this month, which is going to be 25th of March, you will be buying at 550 and say the price remains stable and you will be able to sell it at 598. So that means it's the in the money option. Why it's the in the money? Because you have the call option. Call means you will be buying at that price. Similarly, 560 is also in the money option. 570 is also in the money option. 580 is also in the money option. 590 in the money option. Now, the strike price, which is the closest and the nearest to the spot price. Spot price mane ke the current price, which is right now the market price going on. Now, right now it is 598 and the closest one is the 600. So this one is called as at the money. At the money option. And you go to the next ones now. Say you are there in the 610. So what is the meaning of 610? You will be buying at 610. And if the price remains stable, say for example, the price remains stable at 600. Now this is out of money option for you. Out of money. So the simple definition is, if the spot price is less than the strike price, if the spot price is the less than the strike price, then it would be out of money, as simple as that. Now take 620. That means you will be, when this option will expire, no? When it will expire, in our case, it is going to expire on, say, 25th of March. So you will be buying at 620. And if the price remains stable, then you will be selling at 600, which is the current market price. So it is out of money option. So people sometimes bifurcate this into 5 categories. One is deep in the money, one is in the money, then third one is at the money, then fourth one is out of money, and fifth one is deep out of money. Now take the example, all the in the money options are available, no, their premium will always be very high. Premium will always be very high, because see, you are there right now in the surety side. Because in the money option means you will be buying at 580 and right now the market price is 598. Your chances of being right are, your chances of being, right and making the profit are very high. That's why you'll have to pay the high premium. If you'll buy this in the money options, no, you'll have to pay quite a huge amount of premium for this. Similarly, if you buy out of money options, no, you will have to pay less amount of premium. Less premium. And conceptually, it's justifiable as well, no? Because you will be buying at say 620. Once the expiry of this month will be over, and the prices turns out to be 600 only is the stable price, you are there in the loss. Obviously, at that time, you will not exercise the option. What you will do? You will let go your premium. You will say, it's okay. Whatever the premium I have paid for this option, no, I will let it go. I will not exercise this option. So for those options, you will have to pay less premium. And for deep out of money, there would be a very negligible amount of premium. So you may check it over there. See the premium. If you go over there in the 610, no, the premium is going at 25. Then 620, 21. If you go 650, the premium is just 12 rupees. If you go 660, 560, the premium is just, oh, sorry, it is changing it. So if you go to 690, the premium is just 5.75. So now, if you feel that, sir, in a 1 month, this ICICI will go up, and that would also go up very significantly. You feel that, sir, after the end of this month, I feel that the price of this ICICI stock will be somewhere around 650. Right now it is at 598, but I feel that it would be at 650. Then what you will do? You will purchase the option of 650. So what is the option of 650 available right now to you? At what price it is available? Let me just check it. It is available to you at 12 rupees. See? Now see, these options are available in the lots. Huh? You cannot just purchase it in a one quantity. You cannot say, I want to buy the one option. They are available in the lots actually. So how these lots are calculated, I'll tell you. That's gonna be a different matter. But for that also there is a mechanism. So each and every stock would have a different quantity in their lots. So Reliance will have a different quantity in the lot. This ICICI Bank will again have a different quantity. Similarly, all the stocks will have a different quantity based on their prices. So the lot will be different. You cannot buy it in a one. You will have to buy it in a lot. So if you buy the one lot, then you will have to pay the price for entire lot. Now this is for the one option. So in a one lot, say 50 options are there. So you'll have to multiply this 50 with the price. So that is the amount you will have to pay to buy this option. Is it clear now? May I have the confirmation till now that you have got the moneyness of options when it comes to the call options? Have you got what is in the money, out of money, and at the money option when it comes to the call option? Confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Surely?
Yes.
Who else has joined? Jogeshwari. Avni has joined as well. Oh, good. Muhammad and Ali too. So we have got in the money, out of money, and at the money option, right? For the call. Now let's go to the put. And after that, I'll be ending this lecture. So say now you have got the conceptual understanding. No, it's a bit easy for you to do. Now see, put option anyone would be buying only if you want the price to go down, right? Otherwise not. Now let's take the example. If right now the stock is trading at 598, the same ICICI Bank I'm taking, current market price you have just seen 598, right? There are various options available. I'm taking the strike price of say 550. Let me take it from 560. Then there is 570. And you would be telling me that which one is the in the money, out of money? 580, 590, 600, 610, 620, 630. Okay. So effectively the put option is nothing but right to sell, right? Right to sell. Right to sell at what price? Sir, right to sell at the strike price. Try to understand this. Now, if you say that, sir, I want to buy the right to sell at 630. So you will be selling at 630 when the expiry of this option will take place. And right now, the price is just 598. So if the stock remains stable for the 1 month, then prices will be somewhere around 600 and you will be selling at what price? You will be selling at 630. That means you are quite sure. And if you are quite sure, your premium will be very high. So that's why this is in the money option. So it is exactly reverse for call and put. For put, it is in the money. Because you will be selling at 630. Right now, the price is just 598. If that 598 remains constant, stable, then you will be there in a huge amount of profit, right? Similarly, this 620 is also in the money. ITM 610 is also in the money. And the price which is the closest, nearest to the spot price, which is the current market price, is called at the money. So this 600 would be at the money. Now let's take the example. If the price is 590, that means you will be selling at 590, which is the strike price you are deciding. And current market price is just 598. Let's take the example that current market price will remain stable in a 1 month to come, and it will somewhere be there around 600. So you will be selling at 590 and the price would be 600. So you will be buying at 600. So at that time, your probability of loss is more. So that's why it is out of money option. So call and put operates exactly in the reverse manner when it comes to in the money and out of money. Let's take 580. So you'll be selling at 580 after 1 month. And if the price remains stable and it remains 600, you will have to go and buy it at 600, because you do not have the options right now. You'll be selling at 580. At the same time, you will be purchasing at 600. You will be there in the loss of 20. That's why your probability is going against you. So this is also out of money. So generally people classify into 3 types, at the money, in the money, and out of money. But some people also classify it into 5 types: deep, out of money, at the money, in the money, and then 5th one would be the deep in the money. Now say let's take this example. If I take 550, now this would be the deep out of money, deep out of money. Now here in this case, you people are aware that in out of money options, your probability might go against you. The probability of being wrong is more in this case. So you'll have to pay less amount of premium. So premium would be very less. So here we were looking at the premiums, no? Let's go to this premium. So left hand side, it was a call option. On right hand side, you have the put option. So you may check it. Right now, what is the price in the market? 599, right? Which is the price of the ICICI Bank. Now let's take the put option strike price. So you take the strike price of 620. So what's the meaning of this 620? That you will be selling at 620. And if you will be selling at 620, that means your probability of making the profit is very high. Because right now the price is just a 600. So the premium is the 39.4. So more and more the strike price will go, no? It will become deep in the money for you, the put option. So put option will get more and more premium there. So 45 for 630, 52 for 640, 60 for 650 strike price. Check it out. So the premium is getting more and more. Now, similar way, if you check 560. So what's the meaning of this 560? That you will be selling at 560 after the expiry, which is going to be the 25th of March in this case. And right now the price is 598 or 599. That means your probability of making the loss is quite high. So your premium will also be very low. So out of money options, premium will be very low. In the money options, premium would be too high. As simple as that. But out of money and in the money, this both will be different based on the type of option we are trading. So let me just conclude it. So call option, in the money, at the money, out of money. So can someone tell me in a call option, which one will be the in the money? When you have the two prices, one is strike price, another one is spot price, which is the current price.
Strike price less than spot price.
Very true. If the strike price is less than spot price, it would be in the money, right? Because strike price is the price of agreement. After 1 month you will be like, सर स्ट्राइक प्राइस अगर 400 होगी ना तो मैं परचेस, तो बेटा तो सही जाओगे ना स्ट्राइक प्राइस पे. एट द मनी वुड बी स्ट्राइक प्राइस विल बी इक्वल टू समवेयर नियर टू स्पॉट प्राइस. दैट वुड बी द at the money. And out of money would be strike price is more than spot price. But this is exactly reverse when it comes to put option. I would have given you this matrix. You would have remembered this. You would have recalled it. And you would have written there in an examination that, sir, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 4. But what's the meaning of it if you don't understand what the psychology behind it? Similarly, in the money, at the money, out the money. Can someone tell me spot price and strike price? The relation between this. Which one will be the in the money?
Strike price greater
Strike
than
price will
spot.
be greater.
Absolutely correct. Strike price greater than spot price. Here the strike price will be somewhere near equal to spot. And here in this case, the strike price is lesser than spot. Is it clear? So strike price is the price of your agreement. And based on this, the premium would be high. Say, in the money option, the premium would be very high. At the money option, the premium would be moderate. But out of money option, the premium would be very less. And the same will be applicable to the put option as well. In the money, premium would be very high. At the money, premium would be moderate. Out of money, the premium would be very low. You can bifurcate into 5 types as well, as I have stated. You can put deep out of money and you can put deep what do I call it? In the money too. And people takes the advantage of this deep out and this deep out of money options are available. No, their premium would be very small, marginal premium. They would be traded somewhere near at 1 rupee or 2 rupee or something. So that's why what people do is, when you expect that there would be a big the swing in a trading around, I mean the market may go 5%, 6% up or down. At that time you may see that if you are able to predict that big swing in the market correctly, at that time you will be making a too much of money. There was one student of mine in the business analytics. You might be aware about her as well. So just before the day of this the budget took place, no, she was expecting that, sir, on the budget day there would be a swing. So on that day, market may go up 5% or it may go down 5%, because budget is something which is very quite a significant event. So at that time, market would be reacting. If market will not be finding the budget good, it will go down 5%, 6%, which would be a big slump, And if the budget would be too good and market would be positive, then there would be a 5%, 6% of jump in the market. So at that time, what you can do is, you can go to deep out of money options and deep in the money options. Based on this, you can frame your certain strategies. Now, in the money को जाने ही दोगे, because deep in the money होंगे तो उसका प्रीमियम बहुत ज्यादा होगा. तो सेल करने टाइम पे हम देखेंगे कि उसका स्ट्रेटेजी कैसे बनाते हैं. But if you purchase deep out of money option at that time, which will be just at 1.5, either side, put or call, you'll be able to making the gigantic money, because your risk is very less, because the maximum amount you can lose is 1.5 rupees, the amount of premium you have paid. But this can go somewhere around 40 or 50. So you can imagine how much of money you can make if you invest 1 or 2 lakhs rupees here. Can any investment avenue give you the 40 times returns? It is 1 multiplied by 40. That kind of a return you can earn here. Market will just be down by 5%, but if your research would be true on that time, you'll be making 40 times money of your investments. So when you expect that there would be a big slump, big down, or the big jump, big up, at that time, trade in the out of money options, because out of money options are available at very cheaper rates. And based on that, we can frame certain strategies. Anyway, so you'll be just putting your attendance. I'm sorry I've taken much time of yours today. Put your attendance, and that's it from my side. Next time we are going to calculate the premium, that how this premium will be calculated. I hope you have got the conceptual understanding now. So I'll be able to explain you the premium and option Greeks in a better way now. Please put your attendance, mark your enrollment number. That's it from my side. Bye-bye, take care, sayonara, enjoy the rest of the day. See you all in the next session. For the mid-semester examination, I'm giving you the question bank as well. Just expect the question bank in a 1 or 2 day. Bye-bye, take care.